Hey, what's up, guys? It's FangedShadows here, and if you can't tell from the title and the background, well, I'm going to talk about this little thing I've been hearing running around recently. Saying it's dead? I wouldn't initially say that's true, because we've had many recent things from the franchise that's gotten some notice. I remember the video I seen was MMPR Toys. They talked about this subject because some people were saying it's a dead franchise, and I was like, is it really though? Then I saw Chris make a video about it, and I felt, why not I just give my points about it? In case any of you don't know, I grew up with this stuff, like from reruns of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers to VHS tapes. I had tons of the action figures when I was a kid. I was a complete geek nut for this. I first saw them when I was like 5, I think, or 8, I can't remember. But I was just a big fan for it. Like, I've seen Mighty Morphin all the way up to SPD when I was in my primary school. It was like, I was like 12 or 13. It was SPD, and I remember watching it when I was a kid. I was like, SPD doesn't make sense. Why are the Rangers like cops? Like, it doesn't make sense. I don't get what I was trying to process with that. Even I'm trying to figure out what I was thinking. I think my young self was trying to say, because there were kind of like a government with the powers of Power Rangers, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what I was trying to say. But that doesn't make sense, my argument, because Lightspeed Rescue is kind of like an agency government. Just an example. Time Force. I don't know, my 13-year-old brain went, no, SPD, that doesn't make any sense. Of all things. Yeah, of all things, I don't know, I really don't know. But then, it just kind of died off. Like, all the way through high school, I was just kind of, it was just kind of blocked away. It was just in the back of my head. Then came 2017 with the trailer for the new film that was a reboot. And I thought to myself, seeing the trailer, how are you going to destroy my childhood? First it was Transformers, then the Turtles, and now Power Rangers. Great. But I went and saw it, and I did a review on it, and like I said, it was actually surprisingly pretty okay. It awakened my actual passion for the series, you know? Because I like the concept of what it could be. It's 5, 7 teenagers trying to go through life, but while trying to be Power Rangers, you know, the responsibilities, you know. Just trying to, you know, it was a cool concept to me. You know, I just liked it. The monsters, the Zord, the weapons the Rangers used, their suits, depending on what series. The Morphers were cool to me. I always liked them. I'm more a wrist-strapped Morpher kind of guy. I like the Zords that they use. I like how they combine into one giant, bigger robot. I always found that so epic as a kid, and I still like it now, to be honest. I just find it cool. The monsters that they fight, I just like seeing the robots fighting monsters, you know? It's just stuff that I like. After the movie, I went through the series, just binge-watching some shows here and there. And there are some still good gems. There are good gems out there. The reason I don't think Power Rangers is dead because, well, last year the comics were such a big thing. Because, like, good lord, they brought in Draken, the evil version of Tommy. Do you know how many views the video trailer got for that? Millions! Fucking millions! I mean, to some people that's nothing, but clearly there's still an audience somewhere. There's still an audience that really appreciates the show and the concept, you know? And plus, with an evil Tommy going around just killing other Rangers from different universes, that's pretty deep. That's some incredible stuff right there. That's some pretty badass stuff, if you ask me. And the year before that, we had the reboot. I mean, yes, the budget was 100 million, I believe, and it got 42 million back. Yeah, not the best, but, you know, it was still an attempt, you know? People still went and saw it. Not as much, but there was some attention, at least. To be honest, I kind of blame the trailer for that one, because the trailer marketing was not really selling to me. I went to see it because I was going to go in for free. Because someone got me, for my birthday, see 2 movies for free. I thought using no Power Rangers. I hate to say that, but the marketing for the Power Rangers movie was terrible. Like, if they worked the trailer a bit more and showed a bit more epicness, just something more eye-catching, it would have been a lot more tension, maybe. I don't know, maybe. And of this year, we're getting a new game, Battle for the Grid, which is on Nintendo Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and on Steam. I mean, yes, it's got the same graphic style of Legacy Wars. I mean, the game's out for all consoles, and judging from the demographic from, you know, younger viewers who nostalgia fans who grew up with the series as it went, even now, I think that's a pretty high sale, you know? I mean, it's like $20. for pounds. I don't know what that is, like maybe £15? £15? £18? I don't know. I'm not a good calculator. Apparently from rumours I've heard, I don't think it's true, hopefully it is, that there's apparently a sequel movie for the reboot in development, which will be helped by Hasbro. Oh yeah. What was it Hasbro done with Power Rangers again? I'm trying to remember. Hold on, Hasbro. They bought the rights to Power Rangers, didn't they? Hold on, let's just check that, shall we? Hold on. Hasbro buys Power Rangers. Oh, there it is. Right. Hasbro buys Power Rangers for... Jesus! 522 million! Wow. Holy shit. $522 million for the rights of Power Rangers. Now, I'm no expert, right? I know Hasbro is a moneymaker in terms of toys and merchandising, but would they really waste their time on a dead franchise? And plus, you got Go-Busters on the way, so with Hasbro on the line for merchandising and toys, they're gonna have a lot of toys on sale. Definitely. To say that it's dead, I wouldn't say so. But what I think they should do, personally, I'm speaking right now, what I think they should do, right? With the series that they're working on, not talk so much down to the audience, you know? Like, I know, it's a lot of kids watch it, I know. But there's nothing wrong with taking a little, risk, you know? Like, there's no shame in going dark. Now, I'm not saying go as dark and brooding like a DC film. I'm just saying, don't be afraid to take on certain challenges. Like, just don't be afraid to talk to viewers like an adult. Treat them, with respect. Don't downplay things to them, Because I'm not trying to sound nostalgic or an old fart, but back then, in the previous series, like Time Force, they showed a Ranger's death on screen. It was brutal. Lost Galaxy, we saw a child death in the show. Magda Defender's son died in a flashback. Okay, let's just point that out. With Time Force again, we saw a lot of, talks of prejudice, for mutants and how they look and how they're always treated and mistreated, Because there's many opportunities, you can work with it so much, you don't need to downplay, the scenarios, the characters for kids. You can talk to them like they're, a human being. Obviously, I'm not saying add in swear words or anything like that. I'm just saying, don't be afraid to give some thought, make some things thought progressing. Don't be afraid to take on certain subjects. Or even show a bit more, Don't rely on just cheap slapstick humor. You have potential to do more with this. In terms of writing the characters and the story and the, certain subplots you could add in anything just to add more of a tone to it, Just make it stand out. Because literally, teenagers going through high school, maybe not teenager in high school, that's been played to death, I think we can all agree, but if you're going to go that route, you can build on that. The responsibilities of working as a ranger and as a kid, a teenager, trying to get by life, and futures and your possibilities in life. Or if it's just these random people that happen to bump into each other and become rangers, work on those differences, how they work as a team, or realistic views or something, just anything. Just something a bit more, just something more in depth is what I'm saying. Just more in depth. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't know when exactly, but at some point, it just felt like it's, downplayed a bit. Certain things are just not as epic as they were. Don't get me wrong. Seeing, the old cast again, in certain specials, it's kind of cool. Again, take the tone from Time Force, or Lost Galaxy, or even In Space. Look at those shows. They had some tone. They had some, connection. They had some variety, They weren't just, a couple of kids fighting monsters. They had actual, subplots with characters and actual character connections and developments. It was epic. It was epic. And even to this very day, watch Countdown to Destruction. It still builds up so much potential. It gives me goosebumps even when I rewatch that clip of the Rangers standing on top of the buildings, seeing all the people fighting against, the monsters and the goons, and seeing Bulk and Skull. Bulk and Skull leading the rebellion? That is still epic to me. Seeing that is so cool. It's amazing. It still is to this very day. But ever since then, we've not really seen something like that. You could say the legendary battle in Super Mega Force was supposed to be that. Like, they tried to recreate that same feeling, but it is empty because you didn't develop the characters or the world or the relationships. Because the legendary battle, no joke, I saw trailers at one point, but I was bored. I saw it pop up, I looked at it, and it looked epic to me. Seeing the trailer of, like, all the Rangers in alignment, ready to fight something evil, that was epic. That looked cool. What was that? What had to be so evil and so powerful to line up all the Rangers from previous Power Rangers series to team up to fight against? Who could be that powerful? You can build on that. You can build on the threat. You can build on the depth. You can build on the characters' relationships. You could have so much with that. You could add so much in terms of relationships. Get a previous Ranger team to, like, talk to the newer teams, like, teach them how to be responsible to powers or even new skills or something. Just anything. Just something to give us more variety, more texture in the series, you know? And again, you're probably saying, it's a kid's show. Relax. I know, but we've seen kids shows develop nowadays. Like, look at Adventure Time, look at Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, Star vs. the Force of Evil. They're just supposedly kids' cartoons, but they still show more depth with the characters. They feel three-dimensional. The world they live in is interesting. It's cool. If they can do that animated, I'm sure you can do that with live-action stuff for kids. Like, it is possible. It just depends on the team that's behind it. And depending on your resources, obviously. But still, it is a possibility. Wow, this gone a big tangent. Don't get me wrong, it still has some good moments, but it's just, it could be better. It could be better and not as downplayed, if you get me. And that's kind of why I wrote my own series. Again, if you haven't heard, I wrote my own little series. It's just starting off, it's just one episode out available. It's in script form. It's Legacy Unleashed. I basically take the Ranger aspect of being a Power Ranger and try to show it more in a, you know, different tone. Not as kiddie, not as lighthearted. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be brooding and full of gore. Like, no. I just mean adding more depth to the characters and their environments and what it means to be a Ranger. What it means to be a Power Ranger. Because I grew up with all that stuff. Like, all the different Power Rangers at that time. In Space still holds up in terms of the finale. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. It is such an epic climax to everything about Zordon. When's the last time you saw humans fighting against the goons? Huh? When's the last time you saw the human race fighting against the monsters, you know? In a big rebellion with the Power Rangers, huh? Not police, just average people. Bulk and Skull leading that. That alone was epic. I keep emphasizing that because it is a valid point. So basically, what I'm saying is, the Power Rangers isn't exactly dead. And the comics tell otherwise. The comics are really getting good. They're pretty decent. They're amazing. Especially with Draken going around killing all different Rangers from different universes. Pretty epic, bold stuff. If you've grown up with the show, that's kind of cool. And I would like to see that show adapted, maybe at some point. Like, that series of comics adapted. Maybe not live action, because, you know, the actors are a bit different. You know, they're a bit older than their original cast, you know. But maybe make it an animated series or something. Just have them voice it. That would be cool. A nice little movie an animated movie. An animated Power Rangers Shattered Grid. Think of the moolah you would make with that. The animation, you could do so much with that. You could literally add more life into it. Like, with animation, you could make it sharp and quick and add so much debris and so much motion. Okay? You could do so much with animation. Okay, I need to stop while I can. So hopefully Hasbro has a good sense of what they're doing. I mean, they have been running this for a long time. They've been making marketing for years. Especially with, like, toys, like Transformers and stuff. I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing. But I just hope they get a different direction, you know? Because it would really make a big difference. If you put in a lot more effort, it'll make a lot of difference. It really can. So, yeah. I think that's all I can really say. Hope you guys enjoyed my little debate. It was just a little topic I want to talk about. And I tried a new setup, in case you can notice. Because I was just trying to fix the lighting in my room, and plus just the equipment I'm using. Just seeing how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. I mean, if not, oh well. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say. What do you guys think? What is your debate about this? Is it dead to you? Is it just not as relevant anymore? Like, you tell me. I'm interested to know. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See y'all next time.